Hello and welcome to Shadowverse. So this is a game that came out on, well, the Steam version came out not so long ago, and I've actually been playing it since day one of release, which I think was in July, if I'm not mistaken, on the mobile platforms. So since I'm finishing up my Banner Saga recording, I don't really have a follow-up game for that Tuesday and Thursday slot. I thought I'd make a few episodes of this to fill in until I decide what I want to do with my time there. But anyway, you can see this is a card game, and I've been told that it plays very much like Hearthstone. I can't tell you how true that statement is because I've never played Hearthstone. My card game playing days goes all the way back to Magic the Gathering. I think I was playing around the time when the 3rd or 4th edition was out. Maybe the 5th, I forget. Basically, I think I stopped when the Urza cycle concluded. I think that was Urza's Destiny was the last one. The last booster pack that I bought. Anyway, that shows you how old I am. So, we'll do this, because I do like card games. And it also combines card game with the other thing I like, which is anime girls. So, always nice to know that you're being catered to. We'll jump into it. So the game is made by Cygames, which is actually a mobile game developer from Japan. And they're famous for a game called Grand Blue Fantasy, which I tried to get into multiple times, but could never actually do it. It has a little bit of story. We'll start with doing one of the story episodes. So basically, you have different classes that you can play, and each class has its sort of own little mechanic that its own card synergizes with. So we'll play this one with Luna. Chapter 2: Ghosts. Let's go on adventure. So the thing with Luna is that her parents are actually dead. But since she is a necromancer, she doesn't really mind.
Really, Mother? I don't see anyone. Oh, there he is.
It's me, Mario.
I don't know.
Luna's kind of shy. We can all relate. Oh, hey!
He doesn't seem like someone who likes to play.
How do you know? You're so judgmental. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go see. Hello there. I'm on an adventure.
I'm on a killing spree.
You can be the person who gets killed.
That's a very nice introduction. I should use that sometime in the club.
Your courage is admirable, but such a one-sided battle would bring me little joy. Tell me, little one, where is Balthazar?
Who is Balthazar?
I don't know. Who's that?
He's not gonna be happy to hear about this. The world has forgotten Balthazar.
Hey, what's wrong? We should start now.
Those are her parents.
Those are the ones to whom you spoke. I am Urias Formond, the last of the vampires. Prepare for defeat.
Yes.
Vampire?
Is that where you pile a bunch of cars in the junkyard? No, little girl. That is a vampire. I am a vampire.
Mother, father, come on!
So basically, this game,
Prepare
how the
for
game
defeat.
works is that, well, let's do this first. So beginning, you have this part where you can pick the card you want. Not actually pick the card you want, but more like pick the card you don't want. In this case, I don't want anything. And your goal is to reduce. So this is kind of life in this game. It's called defense. Reduce your opponent's life total to 0. And you can do that by attacking him directly, or there are certain spells or effects that can generate, loss of life. And of course, you can play creatures. in this game called Followers. This thing here tells you the cost to play. You start with 1 mana orb, and then you gain 1 every single turn. So right now I can play Mr. Skull Beast. Nice to meet you. He has 1 attack and 2 defense. So if I attack with him, the player directly, then they will lose 1 life. I can't do anything else this turn, so I have to pass.
God, he's feeling hungry.
He's feeling hungry.
Accept your fate.
No thanks. Second turn I have 2 play orbs, so I can play 2 things. Or something that has something that has a cost of 2. So I have Spartoid Surgeon. Spartoid Surgeon. I'm gonna cut you open. He has a special effect of Fanfare, which means that when he comes into play from your hand, you gain 1 shadow, and shadow is the mechanism, if you will, of this particular deck. There are certain cards that uses the shadow count here to do certain effects. And right now, I'm just gonna attack.
Let's have a sweet time.
That's kind of annoying. So with vampires, their special thing is vengeance. You start with 20 life, but he started with 10 because this is supposed to be a weak, mission. But when you go below 10 lives, a lot of the cards you have now get stronger. So that's kind of how it works. She has what's called Drain, so if she attacks somebody, any damage that she does gets added to the player's life total. So if she attacks me for 1 damage, you'll gain 1 life. But for now, we're just gonna go in his face.
I live by the sword.
Okay, let's see here. If I want to trade with him, I think I might want to do that. Play Hell's Unleasher.
Feast upon me.
He has an effect called Last Word, which means that when he gets killed from the battlefield, he will do whatever the last word says, in this case, summon a Lich, which is actually a 4/4 creature, which justifies his, very expensive cost of 4 play orbs for 1/1. I might want to just go after his face. Let's go after his face.
No escape!
The time to awaken is here.
You're mean!
Such strength is rare.
The AI is kind of dumb. I mean, at this level at least. So I can kill him now. But just because I'm mean, I'm gonna play Wind God,
Grant me your power, O wind.
which gives all my followers +1, +0 every single turn that she's alive. She won't be alive for very long, and neither will he. So that's how the game works, more or less.
I did it! I won!
Okay. He's not gonna be happy about this.
I don't like playing with you. You were supposed to be the one who gets killed,
But I'm trying my best.
but you didn't follow the rules at all.
Yeah. Adults, they're always
I'm
cheating.
leaving.
Always cheating.
Are you ready, Mother and Father?
Those are your parents, are they not?
I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yes, good job, Luna. Who cares if you're a
What
vampire?
an inconsiderate person.
Yeah, I just asked him to die.
I was only going to kill him. Stupid vampire.
Ouch. But I agree. Iris is actually super cool. So this is actually my my secondary account. My primary account is on the phone, and I started this account to play what is the arena version, because you get a lot of free tickets in the beginning. So basically the way that it works is that you get cards, and then you can build your deck out of the cards. And to get cards, you You can buy packs. Pack will cost either gold, rubies, or crystals, which is the the real money currency, which I don't obviously have any on this account, and I don't plan to get any on this account. This is a completely free-to-play account. And sometimes you can get ticket packs. Darkness Evolved is sort of the new expansion that came out last month, so it contains a different set of cards and it has a different tickets, but you can still use your gold to buy it. So basically, you open a pack and you get like 8 cards, and since we're here, might as well open a few of them. Let's open 3. This is always, the part of the video that everybody wants to watch, so we have to follow the rules, if you will. Click. Oh boy! I hope I get something good. I got nothing. Goblin Mound is actually quite a nice card, but after the expansion came out, there's another card that kind of countered it, so it's not quite as good anymore. I'm gonna get nothing, right? So these are silvers, these are bronze. Of course, you're looking for gold and platinums. And I got nothing. We're off to a wonderful start. Just because we're here, we'll go ahead and open one of the Darkness Evolved pack as well. Maybe luck will be a little bit better. Such a sinister pack. Yeah! So here's a gold. Grand Archer Selwyn. He's okay. He's actually not a bad card. It's just he doesn't particularly fit into any deck that works well right now. Basically, what he will do is that when you summon him, he can make one of the opponent's follower, if they have 3 or more attack, can attack next turn. And if you have 3 or less attack, you can return to their owner's hand, which is nice, kind of a nice tempo swing. Occasionally, you will get cards that are animated, like this. There is, I believe, an 8% chance of any card in a pack will be animated. So obviously, if you get a lot of cards, eventually a lot of your bronze and silver will end up being all animated, but animated golds and certainly legendaries are much rare. Here you can make your own decks. I have a few. So these are decks that I made before came in Steam version, and they're in Japanese because I made this account initially on the Japanese client. Anyway, and then these are recent ones. And of course, this is sort of all of the cards you have. So you have this vial. So if you have each deck can contain 3 cards, 3 copies of a single card. So if you have more than 3 copies of a card, you can liquefy them, which gives you vials, and then using the vials, you can create any cards that you don't have. But to make legendaries, which are these, it takes 3,500 vials. I have 870. And to make golds, it's 800. If you have an animated card, you can liquefy that for more, but I tend not to do it. So, this is my collection right now. I'd account for some time, so I do have quite a few legendaries. Not that many. I don't want to count right now, but, not too bad. A lot of them are not great. Let's put it that way. Okay, well, that's sort of what this game is, and kind of to finish, there are a few different play modes. You can play solo games, which are either main story, which we did before. You can complete all of them for rewards and story. And there's a practice mode where you can play against AIs. So you can pick the deck you want and then play against AI of any deck type, and there are multiple difficulty levels for that. So we might do a little bit of that later. Most of the game, of course, is player versus player, and that comes into basically 3 different modes. You have the arena, which is a draft mode where you build a deck from scratch. They will give you a pair of 2 random cards every single time, and then you can pick a pair. And then these are the constructed decks, This is basically unranked, just a friendly match. And this is ranked battles, which you can climb the rank. So we'll play one ranked match now. And we will do it with a vampire deck. See how this goes. I don't play this game quite as often as the first month or so when it came out. So I think my main account right now is like A1 or something. But not very high. It goes all the way to A1s into double A's and then finally into the master ranks. That's kind of the highest level it goes.
Prepare for defeat.
We're playing against Bishop
Is fighting in despair all
Haven.
you know?
They have a lot of cards that can either heal themselves or they have what's known as amulets. You'll see a little bit. Greetings. So here's an amulet. This particular one is not a follower, it just sits there. And then either it has some sort of effect while it's sitting there, or sometimes it has what's called a countdown, which means that every single turn that she takes, this countdown decreases by 1, and it goes to 0. This basically destroys itself and then summons the last word effect in this case. This will allow her to draw 2 cards, which is actually quite a nice card here. What I'm gonna do here is test my luck to see if she has any sort of removal. She is a 2-mana 3/2, which is a higher stat than normal. But when she dies, you take 2 damage, which is the drawback. Okay, so she summoned Unica, which will heal her for 2 every single turn. Don't want that to happen, so what I will do here instead, play a Blood Wolf, trade with Unica, and then do 3 damage. Could also play the mini Soul Devil, but I feel like that would be... Okay, so he's gone here. Which is actually quite annoying, because I don't have anything I can play that has more than 2 health. So basically anything I play will be dead. So this card next turn will destroy or banish all followers 2 defense or less. Now the good thing with that is that banish is an effect that does not allow last word to take effect. So when she dies, I don't take any damage.
Feeling the squeeze.
And there he goes. Ilana's prayer is super annoying because whenever you play something that heals yourself, you get all your creatures gets +1/+1, and that snowballs very quickly.
Oh, they're sparkly.
See how we can do this here. Yep, we had a scripture. Now the question is, does she have something? Well, we'll find out soon enough. I'm gonna act with the assumption that she doesn't.
Sparkly.
You will soon learn.
Stop!
So Mini Soul Devil, whenever, this is the second mechanic, which is Evolve. She has 3 orbs, I have 2.
Stop!
And evolving usually gives your follower a higher stat, but you can only do a limited number of times per match. The other thing it will do is that there may be effect that gets activated when a follower evolves.
The moon drives me crazy.
We have a chance. Here's what we'll do. Dance of Death kills any follower and does 2 damage
Oh, it's so bright.
to the person. And we have this thing in our hand called Razor Claw. And
Stop!
that basically is a direct damage spell that Does 3 damage to the opponent and 2 damage to myself.
Envy you.
So we win. Yay!
All too easy.
Actually, at this rank, C rank, you still have a lot of folks who are fairly new into card games, so we have a lot of misplays, including myself. I'm not real good either. I'm an A rank player, which is basically a beginner at this point. So that's this game. We'll probably do like 2 episodes a week until I find a game that I want to play permanently on those slots, and then we'll see how it goes. Of course, to end this episode, we're gonna buy more packs. Let's do 3 more. Path to Purgatory, animated. This is a very controversial card for a long time. Basically, it's a game-ending card, if you will, but it takes some effort to get the effects. Juno's Laboratory. Not sure if we get a chance to utilize that. And nothing. Alright, so thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.